Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're gonna talk about trauma. Don't mind my cat. I repeat, don't mind him. Okay, let's get started. You don't have to go to war to get trauma. You could be traumatized by a lots of things, like you could be assaulted, you could be bullied, or you were the child who was neglected in your childhood. If I talk about every single trauma, then there are countless of examples. Like, I don't want to talk about, you know what trauma is. You could have like relationship betrayals, public humiliation, friendship breakups. There are so many things where like people get traumatized. Like, it's so easy to get traumatized. And I believe most people have been traumatized. I've literally never met someone in my life who has not been traumatized. So by watching them, their fears, how they feel, and I was also traumatized when I was a child. So I believe everyone needs to learn one or two things about trauma, or at least know what trauma is. There is a bit of a misconception about trauma, like when the other person is traumatized or something, people say, oh, they're stuck in the past, they're just depressed, it's just their anxiety. No, it's not that simple. When you're traumatized, you will have constant nightmares, insomnia, especially digestive issues, and random muscle tensions in your body. You found yourself making same mistakes, you found yourself repeating the same problems, and you have such a hard time learning from that experience. It's also a trauma response. So no matter how frightening the home is, no matter how terrible the experience is for you, you keep going back to the same thing. It's because it's familiar to you, and our brain interprets familiar, it's safe. Okay, so now I want you to think back to your childhood, or think of the event or the moment way before you were traumatized. Go back to that moment and think, did you had any bad imagination? Did you have any nightmares like you have right now? Did you have the pain like it was not there? It was full of flowers and butterflies at that time. So how did everything change? Something really bad happened and you got traumatized, and you are like a completely different person now. And when you're traumatized, you will have chemical changes in your brain. The way you think will change, the way your brain functions will change. The chemistry in your brain is changed because you are traumatized. And the main thing is, it affects our imagination, and I believe we are not even human with our imagination. When you read books, you imagine. When you watch a movie, how do you think the movie is created? Imagination. Everything is run by imagination. Imagination helps in better decision making. So if you have a problem, how would you solve it? You use your imagination. You will create different scenarios in your head, thinking of all the possible outcomes, and you pick one and you go along with that. That is literally power of imagination. Your imagination gets clouded when you are traumatized. You will have trouble imagining good things. That's the reason. That's the reason why your mind is flooded by negative thoughts, negative self-talk, negative everything. You realize that you are traumatized. So what now? It's natural to fixate on your trauma and your past. You constantly cry about it, you talk about it. It's okay. It's natural. It's completely natural. But you must always keep in mind that trauma doesn't define you. That's not who you are. Who you are is a version of you that was before you were traumatized. So now this version of you, that's not who you really are. Back then, you didn't have any negative thoughts. You didn't criticize yourself the way you do now. You lack confidence now, and you fear someone is judging you. That's not who you are. That's your trauma talking. You had your passions, creativity, and potential. You were capable of so much, but trauma convinced you that you are the victim. You're always the victim, which is true. You were the victim. You were the victim. But my love, that's all in the past now. No matter how much you cry, how much you dwell about, how much you talk, no one can change the past. Nothing can change the past. Yes, there were the things that you went through that was horrible, but it's done. It happened. You cannot stop it. No one can stop it, and it's done. It's happened. Don't let that thing control you. You wasted enough of your precious time thinking about it and dwelling about it. That has to stop. Now it's time to be present. You have to be the one controlling your mind, not your mind controlling you. You have to say to yourself that enough is enough. I'm done with this shit. This is my life and I'm in charge. I decide, okay? I do. You have to say that. Aren't you so tired now? Aren't you so tired? Isn't this enough? You're choosing it. You can choose not to. You're probably thinking that I'm crazy or I don't understand how you guys feel, but trust me, I know exactly how you feel. You might think I'm just saying because I don't know, I've not been there, I don't know what it feels like, or I know. Okay, I know. And I know how to change the situation into like something good, you know? So I will share you a little trick that I used to do. If you find yourself stuck in a past, which I used to do, and giving too much energy in the past, which you obviously cannot change, I want you to sit somewhere like chair, sofa, whatever. Sit there, take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Whatever you're sitting at, feel it and feel the temperature of the room. Now you have to continue with your breathing techniques like in and out, and then I want you to think your brain is a rabbit hole. So you have to observe your mind and think what's coming out of that rabbit hole. And whenever some negative thoughts come, you have to watch the thoughts coming out one by one. Don't engage it, don't be controlled by it, just observe. Okay, so this is coming out of my mind. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, let it. So now that the thought has appeared, so I want you to imagine yourself being near the thought. Just go there and imagine yourself doing blow away the thoughts. Imagine a hurricane or something. Or you can think the thoughts in like a bubble and you can just pop it. And I know this sounds so stupid, but it works. It worked to me. I think it will work to you guys as well. But you have to practice a lot. And the purpose of this is I don't want you to get controlled by that thoughts, you know. So if you're like conscious that, oh, okay, this thought is coming, you are no longer controlled by it. That's the purpose of this exercise. I will share you another trick as well. So you know when you are like working or you are like somewhere, you're talking to someone and all of a sudden you find yourself lost in the thoughts or like lost in the past. You're just stuck there like all of a sudden. So immediately what I wanted to do is, okay, where are you? Look around. I want you to observe every details of the sofa, the chair, like even the details of the wall. I want you to do it. Just observe your surrounding. That is because I want you to stay in present. You are more than what trauma tells you. Don't let your trauma ruin your life. And another important thing is do not let your surrounding define you either. And when I say surrounding, your family, friends, your relationship, whatever, don't let it define you. The friend circle that you have at the moment, the relationship that you're in, how you talk about yourself, it's all affected by trauma. You might not know, but you feel safe when bad things are happening to you. I know you don't want to, but in some part of your brain, it thinks it's so familiar, and familiar means safe. No matter how dangerous the circumstances are, you're just so used to it, and even if you try to like avoid it, like you cut them off, you decide like I'm done with these people, I'm done with the relationship, but you will find yourself in that same cycle again, but with different people. That's because you're not healed yet. That's why you have to do anything to heal your trauma. And the first step is you have to be a little bit creative. You have to keep your mind occupied. And the second step is you have to decide that this ends now. I will no longer be controlled by it. You can go to walk, you can go to therapy, just do something. Or the hobbies that you used to do, the creativity you had, you can pick that off again, you know. I know it's hard, it feels so hard, but you can do it. You're just basically choosing to stuck in a past. So what you have to do is, okay, mind, that's it. That was in the past. Now I decide this is the new beginning. I don't want to define myself as the person who is like stuck in the past, or it's not a bad thing, but you can be a better person. You can be so much. You have so much potential. You are not your trauma, you are not your mistake, and you are not your past. You are the person before the trauma, and you can be that person again. You can. And don't forget to cut up the people who is giving you trauma, even if it means your family, friends, or your best friend, whatever. you have to cut them off. And even if you can't cut them off like completely, it's okay. You're gonna keep a distance with them, and you have to keep your boundaries so high that they have to look it like this. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.